So the news of Paige announcing AJ Styles' SummerSlam opponent next week on Smackdown Live is very exciting indeed. Maybe not if you're Rusev, who's probably still in his little hidey hole licking his wounds, but still tantalizing news for any member of the Blue brand roster, and if you're one of us wrestling nerds, it gives you something to chew on too. SummerSlam has been a huge financial boon for Vince McMahon since he took up residencies in Los Angeles and Brooklyn at the turn of the decade, and the biggest party of the summer, as I'm sure we'll hear quite a lot over the next few weeks, demands a match that fits the bill. The Blue brand are already halfway there. It just so happens their champion is AJ Styles, easily one of the best wrestlers in the company right now. But unfortunately, as good as he is, he can't do the match alone, although I'm sure he'd give it a pretty good bloody try. Nevertheless, he needs a dance partner, and luckily for you, WWE, Adam Nicholas and Michael Hamflett of What Culture Wrestling have got you covered, because obviously we know how much you pay attention and love the opinions of two little wrestling nerds from the northeast of England. So on that note, I'm Adam Nicholas, and today we've decided to break down who should face AJ Styles at SummerSlam 2018. Okay, so let's get the obvious out the way first. Samoa Joe, he's an absolute badass, possibly the baddest man on either roster. His promos are insanely good, he's consistently being portrayed as a very dangerous man indeed, and let's not forget, his resting face is that of a bulldog who swallowed a wasp who was nibbling on some jalapeno pepper. While deserve might not be the right word, and I'm sure AJ Styles himself would tell you that, there are few who deserve a Big Four title match in 2018 more than Samoa Joe. The man is as big of a monster as Braun Strowman, but half the size. He can switch up his offense at the drop of a hat depending on whether he's a face or a heel, and most importantly, when Samoa Joe talks, you f***ing listen. A feud opposite AJ Styles could dine out on their lengthy history from TNA, where they had some of the most memorable matches to date, including one that some consider the greatest match in TNA's history. Samoa Joe is the perfect counterpart to AJ Styles' cooling babyface role. After a disappointing program with Shinsuke Nakamura that kind of left fans wanting a whole lot more, AJ Styles is in desperate need of a big match and a big performance. And in the right hand of destruction, the champ who runs the camp might well have just found the man to help him and remind fans why he's been the WWE Champion for so very long. If not Samoa Joe, what about Big Match John? Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, comment section. Just hear me out. There's method in the madness. John Cena's last big match, not including his absolutely canon, totally canon. No, seriously, Saudi Arabia, this match is absolutely canon. Victory over Triple H at the Greatest Royal Rumble was his 3-minute play the hits and get off the stage defeat to The Undertaker at WrestleMania 34. Now, in the midst of that build-up towards his match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 34, John Cena teased, when The Undertaker wasn't responding to anything he was saying, that he might try and insert himself in the match at WrestleMania 34 against Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Now, at the time, we were all very much against that. But looking back on it now, that might not have been so bad, you know. WWE are in a rare position here where they can show rather than being forced to tell. We've been here before with Cena and Styles. The two of them put on some fantastic matches back in 2016. That was all in the build-up towards Styles finally winning his first top strap. And then in 2017, they were at it again, only this time it was Cena who beat Styles for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble in 2017 and got himself his 16th title reign to tie with Ric Flair in that fictional, weird, strange thing where he's definitely won more belts than that, but we'll just go along with it for the time being. So with the fact that John Cena is a free agent who can basically go and do whatever the he likes at any time, and Paige being an alarmingly efficient general manager, wouldn't it just make sense that she would nab him for the biggest show of the summer and have AJ Styles versus John Cena, and perhaps see the narrative finally unfold of Cena winning his 17th world title at SummerSlam. The pieces fit if John Cena actually wants it, and if he doesn't want it, there's plenty in the back who probably do, including one particularly tranquilo chap. After a remarkable turnaround that saw him transform from torrid jobber to slobber knocker overnight, Andrade Cien Almas's rise to the top alongside his muse Zelina Vega has been one of the best in recent memory. Delivering incredible dynamic matches alongside Johnny Gargano and Aleister Black, the former of those getting WWE's first 5-star match in 7 years, Almas's work has been an absolute revelation. And while it may seem too soon for Almas to ascend to the top of the mountain, there is a precedent set here for Vince McMahon to take a chance at this time of the year. SummerSlam 2016 saw Finn Balor rise to Universal title glory, albeit short-lived with his injury, and Jinder Mahal last year defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, which kept him at the top of the pile as the champ, and was a massive indicator that we were about to get a lovely little spell with the modern-day Maharaja. So, SummerSlam 2018 could well be about to get 100. See what I did there? CN 100. Oh, me, I am a genius. But should that not happen, then I know a certain someone who might just want to get his hands on the WWE Championship at the biggest party of the summer. Now, it should be pointed out that Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank briefcase is green. It's not red, it's not blue, it's green. In previous years, we've seen it obviously red for Raw or blue for Smackdown, but this year that's not the case. Now, I know logically, we're suggesting that Braun is probably gonna cash in for the Universal Championship and defeat Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley or Roman Reigns, whoever is the champion at the time. But of course, we're forgetting one major factor. Braun Strowman is a monster among men, and that man can literally do whatever the hell he wants. Seriously, who the is going to stop Braun Strowman if he decides he wants to cash in on AJ Styles at SummerSlam and become the WWE Champion? Because I tell you what, it's not going to be me. No sir, I do not want to die. I am rather fond of being alive. However, perhaps Paige, who we've already said has been a rather competent GM, unlike her human thumb equivalent over on Raw, so what if she's managed to get in the ear of Braun Strowman, bring Raw's biggest attraction over to SmackDown for the biggest event of the summer, and give the blue brand one of the biggest matches of the year? And let's be honest here, Braun Strowman is a red hot commodity. He's hotter than July. He's hot stuff baby this evening. He's a red hot chili pepper. Okay, maybe that one doesn't work, but still, the thing I'm trying to get at here is that Braun Strowman is a red hot commodity, and he's so bulletproof, he doesn't even need to cash in, like in the heel kind of way. He can just literally say in advance, I'm having my match at this point, and it still will be just as effective. If AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar was David versus Goliath, then you can imagine that this would have to be like a borrower versus the BFG. Spoiler alert, this isn't a big friendly giant, he's just a big f***ing giant. But anyway, that's just the big ones we're talking about. We're not even taking into account the absolute wild cards, with Daniel Bryan, The Miz, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy and Shinsuke Nakamura all potentially being prior engaged next August. Oh, please God, let Shinsuke Nakamura be engaged. That potentially leaves a seat at the big table for someone who's not normally there to come and take their chance. Could a lower card performer appear from nowhere like Jinder did last year? Could the New Day be set to do some mystery man magic like they did at Money in the Bank? Or could Rusev perhaps be set to turn up from his hidey hole and beg the WWE brass for one more match cap? And where the is Neville, and why is he not having a match of the year with the phenomenal one at SummerSlam? So there it is, WWE, a whole bunch of ways on how not to up SummerSlam and give AJ Styles a fantastic opponent. And I look forward to you ignoring every single one of them. But what do you guys think? Who would you like to see AJ Styles take on at SummerSlam this year? Let me know your thoughts by casting your vote in our magical little poll that should be appearing up here. I'm reliably informed. If it hasn't, tough shit. Get on with it. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share. Hit the old subscribe button if you haven't already. Head over to whatculture.com/WWE if you want to read the original article by Michael Hamflett. It's bloody good. And other than that, there should be a couple of our videos roundabout here. My name's Adam Nicholas, and I'll see you next time.